Eating this in the morning could help you keep your legs strong and steady for many years after turning 60. No medications, no intense workouts, just one simple, familiar food, eaten at the right time, can silently prevent the muscle loss in your legs that slowly steals away your independence. Because none of us wants to start the day by grabbing the armrest just to stand up. None of us wants to take cautious, uncertain steps through our own home, worried about slipping, tripping, or losing balance. At our age, our legs are no longer as agile as they once were. But that doesn't mean we have to sit by and watch them grow weaker day after day. There are practical, down-to-earth ways to stay in control of every step we take. And one of the most powerful of those starts right with breakfast. If you eat the right kind of food within 1 hour of waking up, you can help your body restore the muscles lost during the night, stimulate new muscle growth, boost circulation, and most importantly, keep walking with confidence without having to rely on anyone. A good breakfast isn't just a meal, it's an act of self-respect, of protecting your independence and your dignity. So if you've been skipping breakfast or settling for just coffee each morning, maybe it's time to start again, gently, but with enough intention to create real change for the road ahead. This is something many older adults don't realize in the first few hours of the day. Your body's already deciding whether you'll move with steadiness today or with a little more effort, a little more hesitation in every step you take. Think back for a moment. How many times have you woken up with legs that felt heavy, stiff, or unresponsive, when even that first step out of bed seems to take more effort than it should, when you need to hold on to the edge of the bed or the table just to stand up safely? These small moments may seem harmless, but in truth, they're often signs that your leg muscles are slowly breaking down, quietly, persistently, beginning from the moment you wake. Why does it happen? Because after 7 or 8 hours of sleep, your body enters a state of prolonged fasting, low in energy and in need of fuel. And if you don't replenish it soon after waking, your body begins drawing energy from its own muscle tissue, starting with the largest muscle groups, like the thighs and calves. And this becomes even more concerning after age 60 because at this stage of life, the body's ability to rebuild muscle is already slowing down. Every bit of muscle you lose becomes harder to regain. And if this cycle repeats morning after morning, week after week, losing balance, walking less confidently, or relying on a cane or walker becomes more than just a possibility. It becomes familiar. What's worse is how common the habit of skipping breakfast has become. Many people simply reach for a cup of black coffee and think that's enough to start the day. But caffeine, while it may wake you up, offers no nutrition for muscle repair. In fact, if taken on an empty stomach, it can actually speed up muscle loss even more. And it doesn't just affect your physical strength. Over time, it impacts everything. Poor circulation, numbness in the legs, trouble sleeping, reduced appetite, forgetfulness. But perhaps the most painful part is the feeling of being out of control in your own body, something none of us ever wants to experience as we grow older. The good news: this slow decline is not inevitable. You can stop it simply by listening more closely to your body each morning and making just a small change to your routine. You don't need to change everything. You don't need to get it perfect. But with one thoughtful, well-timed meal in the morning, you can protect your legs, preserve your independence, and live each day with more confidence in every step you take. If you felt your legs growing weaker in the morning, or notice that standing up, walking, or getting going doesn't feel as light as it used to, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments, because maybe your story is exactly what someone else needs to hear. Up next, we'll explore why breakfast plays such a powerful role in your muscle health and which foods can naturally restore strength in your legs in ways that last. Breakfast is more than just the first meal of the day. It's the key to rebuilding the muscles in your legs, the very muscles that support everything you do, every single day. You might be surprised to learn that with the right foods, eaten at the right time in the morning, your legs can regain much of the strength that time may have taken away. In fact, several studies show that adults over 60 can recover up to 35% of their leg muscle strength in just a few weeks simply by changing how they approach breakfast. And no, it doesn't require a gym membership, no exercise machines, no complicated diets. It starts with one small but important decision to eat fully and eat right within the first hour after waking. Because by the time you've reached your 60s and beyond, your body no longer rebuilds muscle as easily as it once did. If you skip breakfast or eat foods that are low in nutrition, your body will continue pulling energy from your muscles, especially the ones you use most. Your legs. And this isn't just about walking. Your legs help you stay steady while cooking, getting the mail, visiting the store, or caring for a pet. Losing muscle in your legs doesn't just make you feel weaker. It quietly chips away at your freedom, the kind of freedom to move about your day without second-guessing yourself. That's why a well-balanced breakfast with enough protein, vitamins, minerals, and slow-release energy can make such a big difference. It helps repair muscle, improves blood flow, supports the nerves that control movement, and strengthens your balance, which tends to decline as we grow older. Some may say, at my age, it doesn't really matter what I eat anymore. But in truth, it matters even more now. Your body no longer stores energy the way it once did. So every morning you go without proper nourishment, your legs may silently weaken just a bit more. And that's exactly why breakfast matters. The good news, these muscle-restoring foods aren't hard to find. They're not expensive or exotic. Many of them are probably already in your kitchen, you just haven't been eating them at the right time, or combining them in a way your body can use. Just one small change in your morning routine, repeated each day, can create a noticeable difference in your strength within a matter of weeks. If you felt nervous stepping out of bed in the morning, or hesitant about going for a walk, maybe now is a good time to take a closer look at your breakfast habits. Are you truly giving your body the solid start it needs each day? If you've made a change that's helped, or if you're ready to try something new, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. Coming up next, we'll take a closer look at some specific foods, simple, accessible, and effective, that can help protect your leg muscles, improve your ability to move, and restore the sense of strength you deserve in every step you take. Most people don't realize this, but what you choose to eat or not eat first thing in the morning can directly affect the strength of your legs. Morning is one of the most important windows to restore your body after a long night's rest. But unfortunately, it's also the time when many older adults fall into habits that seem harmless, yet slowly weaken the muscles and bones, especially in the legs. Some say, I'm not hungry in the morning, I'll just wait until lunch. Others grab a quick black coffee, maybe a piece of white toast, or sometimes just a glass of water and move on with the day. These choices might feel simple or even practical, but they quietly push your body into a state where it begins using your own muscles as fuel. And sadly, the muscles that are broken down first are often the ones in your legs. At this age, your body no longer rebuilds muscle as quickly as it used to. So every small bit you lose, if not restored in time, becomes harder and harder to get back. And without even realizing it, your leg strength begins to slip away. There's no sharp pain to warn you, no clear alarm going off, just small signs. You feel the need to hold on to something when standing up. You hesitate before stepping down from a curb. You find yourself unsure crossing the street, not because of traffic, but because you're no longer confident in your stride. These are the body's gentle but serious reminders that your legs need more attention. And it starts with something as basic as breakfast. After a full night of fasting, your body needs protein, vitamins, minerals, and stable energy to rebuild muscle tissue, balance your blood sugar, and keep your neuromuscular system running smoothly. But if all you take in is caffeine or refined carbs, your body receives nothing it can actually use to recover. In fact, high doses of caffeine on an empty stomach can raise stress hormones, which may harm your heart, spike blood pressure, and accelerate muscle breakdown. Skipping breakfast altogether also throws off your metabolism, slows circulation, and increases the risk of leg cramps, stiffness, or numbness later in the day. That's why breakfast is not something to brush aside, and why that passing thought, I'm not hungry or it's too much trouble to cook, shouldn't be the reason you miss out on rebuilding the strength in your legs, because your legs are more than just limbs. They are your anchors of independence. And after 60, they hold the key to your freedom of movement. Have you found yourself falling into any of these common morning habits? If so, you're not alone. Feel free to share what you've experienced so together we can gently find new steps toward restoring strength, one morning at a time. Coming up next, we'll explore simple, easy-to-prepare foods that make a real difference in your leg health when eaten at the right time. And sometimes just one small change can lead to a noticeable difference in how steady and confident your steps feel each day. Sometimes the smallest changes can bring the biggest improvements to your health, especially when it comes to your legs. And one of those changes starts with what you choose to put on your plate each morning. We all know that after age 60, the body needs more care and attention. But that doesn't mean everything has to become complicated or burdensome. Restoring muscle, especially in your legs, doesn't require extreme workouts or strict diets. It comes from listening to your body and giving it the right nutrients at the right time. If you eat a well-balanced breakfast within 30 to 60 minutes of waking up, you're giving your body a steady source of energy and quiet support for your bones and muscles throughout the day, especially your legs, which bear the weight of every step, every movement, even within your own home. What matters isn't how much you eat, but the quality of what you're eating. A healthy breakfast doesn't have to be fancy. It simply needs to include quality protein to rebuild muscle fibers that may have weakened overnight. It should also contain important minerals like magnesium, potassium, and calcium to help regulate muscle contractions, improve blood flow, and reduce stiffness or cramping in the legs. And it needs a small amount of slow-digesting carbohydrates to provide steady energy through the morning, without sudden drops or spikes. Simple choices like eggs, oats, nuts, plain yogurt, steamed sweet potatoes, or fruits rich in potassium can quietly support the strength and stability of your legs every single day. The good news is, you don't have to overhaul your entire diet. Just adding one or two of these items to your breakfast each morning and doing it consistently can begin to make a noticeable difference within just a few weeks. Maybe you'll feel lighter getting out of bed. Maybe you'll feel steadier on your feet as you walk. Or maybe you'll stop worrying about losing your balance when stepping off your front porch. These simple foods, when chosen mindfully and eaten at the right time, are no longer just meals. They become a source of strength. They become the quiet force that rebuilds muscle, restores your ability to move, and brings stability back into your daily life. If you've ever thought you were too old to improve the strength in your legs, give your body another chance. Just one small shift in your morning routine repeated each day can help your legs grow stronger and help you feel more independent again. Are you already following a healthy breakfast routine? If you've made changes and felt the difference, don't hesitate to share in the comments. You might inspire someone else to do the same. Coming up next, we'll explore how restoring strength in your legs can lead to a clearer mind, deeper rest, and a greater sense of confidence each time you stand up. The strength in your legs doesn't just determine how easily you can stand up or take a step. It quietly shapes how you live every single day, especially after the age of 60. It's no coincidence that those with strong, steady legs often maintain a greater sense of confidence, independence, and joy in life. Because when you can step outside on your own, walk to the garden in the back, or simply stand up to make a cup of tea without holding on to anything, you remember what it feels like to live life on your own terms. Have you noticed this too? Sometimes, all it takes is for your legs to weaken just a little, and suddenly your entire routine begins to shift. You start going out less, not because you don't want to, but because you're afraid of tripping or falling. You begin turning down invitations for a short evening walk, worried you might not make it all the way. And slowly, your world shrinks to just a few careful steps around the house, not by choice, but because your body says no. But here's the hopeful part. Your body can recover, even at 60, even at 70, even beyond that. And it often starts with something small, a balanced breakfast, a decision made at the right time, a habit that's gently repeated day by day. When your leg muscles begin to rebuild, when your circulation improves, and when the nerves that control movement start to respond again, you'll feel the difference. You'll no longer feel weighed down getting out of bed. No more night cramps. No more reaching for the armrest just to stand up from the couch. Instead, you'll find yourself walking more confidently. That gentle morning stroll returns. So does the smile on your face as you go shopping, water the plants, or visit a friend on your own without hesitation. And perhaps most important of all, you'll no longer feel powerless just because your legs once gave way. I know maintaining a healthy morning habit is not always easy. There will be days when you're tired, moments when you're discouraged, and times when you wonder, is this even working? But please stay with it, because your body always responds, slowly but surely, to the care and consistency you give it. A small change each morning when done the right way can build the foundation for a more independent, healthier, and freer life ahead. If you've been through a time when your legs felt weak and slowly gained your strength back, share your story. Because maybe, just maybe, your experience is exactly the encouragement someone else is looking for. Up next, we'll gently recap the morning steps that can help you care for your legs, not just as a way to nourish your body, but to begin each new day with hope. As your legs begin to feel stronger, each step starts to feel a little lighter, a little more confident. But beyond that, what truly matters most is the quiet reassurance that you're still in charge of your life, living on your own terms. Dear friend, at this stage in life, we may not be searching for anything grand. We simply want to wake up each morning without shaky legs, to take that first step of the day without hesitation, to know that we can still rise, still move freely through our day, not rushed, but steady and at peace. All of that can begin with breakfast. One simple meal, prepared with intention, one small habit that, if nurtured daily, can quietly transform the way we live and how we experience growing older. You don't need to change everything at once. Just start with one small act. That alone is already a way of caring for yourself gently and respectfully. Because the body still has the capacity to heal, as long as we give it time and a little kindness at the right moment. And if you've stayed with me this far, still sitting here, still listening, perhaps there's already a part of you that's ready for this quiet shift. Not to turn back time, but to live fully in the time you have now. So let me ask, how does your morning usually begin? And if you could choose just one breakfast item to help keep your legs strong and steady, what would it be? Feel free to share your answer in the comments, because what you've lived through, what you've learned might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. Thank you for staying with me until the very end. And may your day begin with a steady, confident step forward.